Hi all, Judge James here, and I thought that I would do a special video about how I organize my Dwarven Forge. You know, when I first started getting into Dwarven Forge, one of the things that several of my friends told me was that I probably wasn't going to use it as much as I thought I would. And this is not a gotcha video. This isn't about like showing them up or anything like that. This is essentially just me showing how I organize it, because I found that the more effectively you organize your Dwarven Forge, the more you're going to use it in your gameplay. Now, I know in the last year, you know, there's not a lot of in-person gaming going on, but as you've seen from other videos that we've done, especially me and Cooper or me and Evie, we have played quite a bit with our Dwarven Forge, whether it's been for Frostgrave or it's been for Fantasy Age or Dungeon Crawl Classics. So I've been working down here. I'm doing a little bit of updating of the shelves and whatnot because I have some Kickstarter stuff coming, and I have all of this new Burrows stuff that I got as an early birthday present to myself. This is the full Kree colony, and it's a sprawling set. I gotta say, if you're looking for just a bunch of simple caverns or corridors or whatnot, and this was originally with Dungeon of Doom, this is a really fun set to play with and to build with, and all of the corridors and whatnot are like 5 feet wide, so you can easily build these tight corridors. I got this stuff mainly because I was building caverns and didn't have tight passageways and wanted tighter passageways. Well, the burrows worked great, but as you can see, I need to put them away, and I've been playing around with how I was going to stack them and sort them, and here's where I'm at so far. But the real reason I'm doing this is because the more organized your Dwarven Forge is, the better the likelihood is that you're going to get the stuff out. If you are going into just a pile of Dwarven Forge that you've just collected over the years and it's not sorted, it's like a giant box of Legos. Like, who sorts their Legos, right? But I mean, it's kind of the same thing. It's going to be a mess. It's going to take you forever. Now, I have a pretty sizable collection here. I'll close up what I've got so far. I'm going to go through it in a second here, but I have pretty much all of the pieces that for the main set of Caverns Deep. I don't have all the add-on pieces. I have all the ice stuff. I have like a double load of all the ice, what's it called? The ice caverns. And I've got a good bit, maybe 6 or 7 encounters for Dungeon of Doom. And I've got the first room with a couple extra pieces for Hellscape. And this is how I store it. This is essentially a trio of IKEA Alex units. I would love to see there being some kind of deal with the next Kickstarter that IKEA teams up with Dwarven Forge, and they have a special Dwarven Forge covered in Stefan Picorni's art or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. But for now, the regular blue Calyx works. Calyx. I say Calyx because that's my Calyx. That's my Alex. That's my Calyx. There's some other Alex over there, and there's some other Alex over here. I use quite a bit of Alex. I like the wide, flat ones for storing RPG minutia and whatnot. But when it comes to the Dwarven Forge, I find that these are the best units for it. Now, the first thing I like to do is I like to make sure I can get pieces that stack. And I try to stack them on my table before I put them away. I have not put the burrows away yet. So this was what made me want to do the video, as I was putting this together and I'm thinking, oh, I should do a video about this because, maybe someone else doesn't know how to sort them. And I try to sort things by a general area. So, for instance, my Dungeon of Doom stuff begins here. Actually, no, it doesn't. Crap. My bad. Dungeon of Doom begins here. And as you can see in the first unit, you have to be careful because this stuff, it's not sticky on the bottom. So you do have a little bit of slide, which, oh well. This is like, I don't want to say it's balsa wood. I don't know what this is. It's like particle board. It's particle board at the bottom. But I try to organize the pieces and stack as much as possible. So I've got my flat pieces there, my 2x2s. I have corridor walls in here. I do have some organization to denote which ones are magnetic and which ones are not. What's great is once you have the right pieces together, is knowing that what you can slide and stack together. Like for instance, these like insert pieces here, these work really well together and to slide together like that. Then going down, I have, these are all the walls with the pillars, and I've got them sorted by just the regular walls, and then these here are the units that have you can put the torches, the sconces in. And these, if you have these, don't bother trying to sort them like this or like this. I found out when I was sorting this originally, on their side like this works great because you can stack them really deep. I mean, this is a ton of them. I have quite a bit of these, and I have room for more because I kind of want to get another 2 or 3 sets of Dungeon of Doom. Jen, if you're watching this for my birthday. I have my ruin dungeons down here, and as you can see, I have some more flat pieces or stairs. Unfortunately, the big, large, like 8x8 piece, I kind of had to put it in here. But these pieces stack also. These are the corner units. These stack great, and as long as you're careful, they stack. And I think that's it, maybe? No, yes, no, wait. I have miscellaneous stuff that's not Dwarven Forge in here, so that's just miscellaneous terrain. I have some up here as well. This is a mixture of terrain, little odds and ends, things that maybe fit with Dwarven Forge and some that don't. And then down here, I go into, this is a big mixture. You've got my Dwarven Forge, like this is like, cavern pieces or things that could work outside. So my mushrooms and my stalactites or stalagmites, whatever it is, I can't remember. I've got some Reaper bones in here. At the very bottom, I've got miniatures. I have big miniatures, because that's a big fit. So this whole set here, holds like 6 sets of Dungeon of Doom. And then at the top, actually across the top, I have pieces that are small. You don't want to be reaching for these or digging for these in the floor. I kind of want to have the light shining down, so if I'm going to grab so I can pick through it. And when I'm setting my table up, it's not uncommon for me to realize, oh crap, I need a small piece. I want a dungeon dressing. I want to set something up special. I want to find, a tiny table, or this is like a bong or something, I think. I don't know. Yeah. I want a bong, for my table, and I just reach in the top and grab it. If this is in the bottom, that wouldn't work so great. And these are organized very poorly. These are set up, I guess this is just like not even Tupperware, but just basic trays like this are fantastic for keeping this stuff together. I do sort my lighting implements together because I don't know how durable they are. I think they're pretty darn durable because they have never broken on me. They all work perfectly. But other than that, there's just some fun odds and ends in here. Actually, my wife got me this whole set of the Dungeon of Doom as a gift, and for my 40th birthday. And she wrote a letter to Dwarven Forge, I think a special order request, and they sent some pieces. I don't know if these were chewed up by which dog exactly in their crew chewed this up, but or child, who knows? But it was pretty cute to get these pieces, and they wrote a cool little letter to me and stuff, and it was really pretty sweet, actually. They all signed it. The Dwarven Forge crew are awesome. Just gotta say that. But so that's Dungeon of Doom. Caverns Deep. Well, here's our entrances. So those are pretty easy. And I mix these up for whether it's Dungeon of Doom or Caverns Deep. Caverns Deep's a bit more challenging to stack, and a few more tactics for it, because it doesn't, the pieces aren't as uniform, which is why they're great. They're textured, and you can kind of get the floors to stack pretty well. The 2x2 stack easily. The pieces with more texture, I don't remember what the technical name for these are, they do a pretty good job stacking. They fall over a lot on me, which is okay. Doesn't bother me at all, but something to think about. But as you go down into the more weird pieces, like the walls and the corners and stuff, you kind of have to get creative on stacking them. Now, I know the wall pieces, these stack the same way as the walls in the dungeon. I found that these pieces stack well like this. That goes well that way. And the same with the other pieces that are similar in design. The corner units, I have to stack these on top of each other to make room. There's no other option for that. Maybe someone else has one. If you do, comment below or send me a picture. You know, at @ILiveForCrits is my Twitter handle, if you don't know it already. And the same thing with the corridors. Just simple stacking on top of each other. This is the best way to save space. You're going to find that there's a different height as you move down in the Alex unit. So I'm still okay at the lowest height here. As they get deeper, I start going with items that if I want to stack them, I could stack them. I don't have enough caverns to have this be an issue, but I could stack those like that if I wanted. And as you can see, the higher units kind of go into this piece here. And then I do have a bit of a loose drawer. I couldn't figure a way not to have one because this is for the units that you know, are a bit more, I don't want to say obscure, but they're more unique. They're awesome pieces, lots of cool corners and stuff. And I like having them in this drawer because it's easy to find them, but I don't have a good way of sorting them. Plus I have less of them because they're, you know, special pieces. Like this is the bridge piece that you can use over, you know, a river, underground river or something like that. And then going deep down here, this is all the sorted additional pieces, mostly walls. And I just kept them in here because I had a drawer open. I wanted to put them in there. I don't have a good answer for that. Finally, you know, I wanted to sort all the elevation pieces together. So the cool thing is they stick together. You may find when you get your Dwarven Forge that some of the plates, some of the little metal plates do come off. They're really easy to super glue back on. And with the extensive play, I have found these come off occasionally. They came off more when I first got them, but you know, after I super glued them, they work fine. But I would say maybe 1 in 4 of them have a little weakening of the plate. But super glue, you fix that pretty easily. So you go down, we get into my ice caverns. Same situation of sorting as I just sorted next door. You know, these are all the same pieces that we had over here. So pretty much the same way I stack them. There's the same plan. And the same with the corridors. And the same with the walls. In the back, I've got some of the ice walls, like spell effects. I love these pieces. These are actually great for just about any. They can be cool spell effects. They can be, you know, they can encase a miniature inside them. So I like those. Those are cool. And then more pieces there. And then I've got 1 unit for my lava, which means I need more lava. I need more hellscape, I guess. And at the bottom, I have 2 empty units that I just cleared out. I had built my own terrain, and I was keeping that in there, but it was kind of like real cheapy terrain. But we have to put the special Dwarven Forge has to go in here for the most part. I even framed this map came with Caverns Deep, so I framed it and I put it on the outside of the Alex. So that's it. That's a short video of how I store my Dwarven Forge. I'm gonna get back to stacking this up and putting this in there. That shouldn't take me too long. I'm having a really great night over here at Dungeon Tavern, watching Too Fast, Too Furious, putting this together, because you gotta watch Fast and the Furious, guys. I mean, it's, you know, 20th anniversary is coming up, all right? F9, Fast 9, Fast Saga, come on. All right, anyway, if you enjoyed this video with and you want to share other friends that, you know, might want to find a way to sort their Dwarven Forge more effectively, please share this with them. Send any questions over, or again, if you have other organization tips, please let me know. I'm a little bit hosed on space. I have no other room. I'm doing a little bit of a refresh and not a remodel, but a little bit of a reorganization down here. I don't have any room for anywhere Alex, so I'm stuck. You know, I mean, that one's for miniatures, so it can't go in there. So anyway, that's it. Have a great night, and I'll see you all on the next Living for Crit show with Evie. All right, take care.